Hello everyone and welcome to my channel iBasiac, where I test lots and lots of floor care appliances, vacuum cleaners, carpet washers, steam cleaners, you name it, I've tested it. Well, today it's the turn of the Bissell Hydroclean Complete all-in-one vacuum cleaner. Now, because this is a multifunction cleaner and it does quite a lot of things, I've decided to split this video into several parts. So the first part, if you want to watch that, was the unboxing. The second part was the introduction and showing you everything you get with the machine. Now the first part of the demonstration videos is what you're watching now. I'm going to be testing this cleaner on dry pickup only, and then subsequent videos I'll show you the machine washing carpets and cleaning hard floors. But for today it's dry cleaning, and I'm looking ahead of me, you can't see it yet, but any of my regular viewers will know that in front of me I've thrown down my bag of filth. So this carpet in front is absolutely covered in all sorts of dirt that I've picked up over various demonstrations, saved up and thrown it all over the carpet. Now, because this machine comes with two different heads for carpets, it comes with this. This is your dry pickup suction only head. I'm going to test one half of the dirt using the suction only head, and then I'm going to do the other side using the large turbo brush that you also get with this cleaner, and we'll compare the difference, see if the turbo brush really leaves a cleaner sweep than just a suction only nozzle. Okay, let's get on with the demonstration. If you haven't watched the introduction video, I'll just quickly point out two things you have to do to this machine before you use it as a dry pickup vacuum. Now, this is a water filter vacuum, so instead of a bag it uses water as its first filter, and there are two subsequent filters. There's a foam filter on the top and a HEPA filter on the exhaust end of the machine. But first of all, you need to remove the tank and fill this clean water tank with water to the level that's on the back. Here it is. Fill with clean water to here. So to that line you must put clean cold water in the tank. Do not use the machine without water in it for dry pickup. So once you've got the water in, you just slide the tank back in. The second thing we need to do is make sure it says filter vac on this dial here. Before we start cleaning, we must ensure that this says filter vac here and not wet clean. So in order to change that setting, we just need to take the hose down like that and twist the dial until it says filter vac. So that's the two steps you must complete. Fill it with water to the line at the back, turn it to filter vac, make sure the lid's on properly, and we're ready to get cleaning. Well, as you can see, I've thrown down my bag of filth, which consists of dog hair, dust, bits of paper, bits of sawdust, flour rice. In fact, everything I use in previous demonstrations gets saved up and thrown back on the floor again. So that's what I've got. Now, unfortunately, the carpet is a similar colour to the dust that's on the floor, but I think hopefully we will be able to see a definite difference. So the first thing I'm going to do, I've fitted the regular carpet nozzle to the machine. I'm just going to pass it forward and back slowly down one side of this dirt. We'll evaluate the results, and then I'll go over another area back and forth using the turbo brush. But I thought it'd be a good idea just to test both nozzles, because you do get both supplied. So I've got my water in, I've got it set to filter vac. All I need to do now is turn the machine on, ensuring that the heater and the pump buttons are off. I just want to switch the machine on for suction only. That's not a very good result to my eyes. It's not as dramatic as a result I might get with, say, an upright vacuum with a revolving brush. It's removed most of the surface litter. You can see there is a clean path, but the suction on this machine doesn't seem very good at all, to be honest, and it's not done a very good job. Well, I'm going to attach now the turbo brush to the cleaner. So let's remove the static floor nozzle, remove this regular nozzle. I'll just go over this side now using the turbo brush. So I've fitted the turbo brush to the cleaner. So this hopefully will pick up better than the suction only, because it does incorporate a rotating brush which helps to sweep up the clinging surface litter, and hopefully it'll do a better job than the straight suction nozzle. So I'm just going to pass the nozzle backwards and forwards, just 2 passes through the line of this dirt, and we'll compare it with the straight suction clean path, which is here. Let's see if the turbo brush does any better. Right, not very well at all. In fact, if you look underneath the turbo brush, well, it's collected some of the dirt, but it's remained on the bottom of the brush. It's not inside the water where you'd expect it to be. I felt as I was using it, it was just slowing down. I mean, it's just absolutely, it's obviously too much for this to cope with. I think I've locked it up. Well, the turbine still looks okay. I'll just switch it on with the machine like this. You can see the brushes rotate. Hopefully it'll suck all that muck into the suction path. Well, it's taken some of it in, but some of it did shoot out the nozzle. It has cleaned it, but I think it's probably too much dirt for this to cope with. It's absolutely filthy, as you can see. Anyway, I'm going to persevere with this. I'm going to try and clean up some more of this using this nozzle, and we'll have a look at the dirty water afterwards. Well, despite initially struggling on all that mess I put down, it has actually cleaned the carpet. It's not done a bad job. Quite surprising. The suction isn't great on this machine. I've tested many machines with more powerful suction than this Bissell, but certainly the turbo head did perform better than the straight suction nozzle, although it is showing signs of going over my bag of filth. But my bag of filth is quite a arduous test for many vacuum cleaners. But at least this Bissell carried on. The suction remained constant as far as I could tell. Some vacuum cleaners I've tested using my bag of filth have failed. I've had to abort the testing because either the filter's clogged or something stopped it from working. But because this uses water as the main filter, it seems to have maintained the performance. So apart from it leaving a lot of muck under here, it's not done a bad job. That, to most people, looks like perfectly clean carpet. Let's have a look at the dirty water now. In place of a bag or any other sort of bagless system, Bissell use water as their main filter medium. So as you can see, all that dirt that I picked up off the carpet is now in here. Not all of it is trapped in the water. Some of it is around the sides of the tank. What I did notice though, when I was using the machine, I didn't get any odours coming out of the cleaner at all, just the regular sort of smell of a fairly new motor. But it seems to have certainly trapped the odours, but has it trapped all the dirt? Well, this is the lid. As you can see, it's quite grubby. But all this comes apart. I can rinse that under the tap so it's ready for the next use. The filter underneath, well, considering the amount of dirt I put down, that's not too bad. That's the side, that's the dirty side, that's the clean side, so it has managed to filter the dust that's passed straight through the water, or was bypassed the water. That's the clean side, so it's not done a bad job. So you can tell that the dust that's going through past the motor would be fairly clean, because that's the clean side. That's the dirty side that was down on the grill like that. So it's done a pretty good job of filtering out most of the dust before it gets to the HEPA filter. So I'm quite impressed with that. I've not used this machine very much since getting it, and certainly not on such an extreme test as I've just done. So here we have the filthy water, which I suggest, and it's what I'm going to do, I'm going to empty it down a lavatory instead of putting it down my sink. Or you could, I suppose, tip it out into your garden, into your borders. Now that is pretty disgusting, but that is all the muck that was left. Oh, I've just realised I can't reuse this now. I'll have to make up a new bag of filth. I haven't used all my filth, of course. There's still plenty of filth left to demonstrate vacuums with, and I'm sure I'll manage to get some more, but that is where all that dirt that was on the carpet has ended up. So I'm going to empty this. I think actually I will empty this onto the garden and dig it into my border, rather than, I wouldn't empty it down the sink because it's got a lot of solid particles in that, would probably block my sink, and I don't really want to empty it down one of my loos. So I'll empty that now, put some fresh water in, and we'll see how this machine performs on hard floors. I've brought the Bissell Hydroclean Complete into the kitchen, and I've thrown down a load of muck to test the hard floor cleaning ability of this cleaner. So on the floor in front of me I've put a load of flour, now quite a lot of flour. I normally limit the amount of flour I put on because a lot of cleaners, bagged or bagless, can't cope with flour. It clogs the filters or the cyclones. So I'm going to see if the water filtration system on this Bissell works any better. So a lot of the white stuff you can see is flour, I can assure you. There's also salt on top of that. There's also couscous, rice, rolled oats, and a little bit of instant coffee. So lots of different sized particles to cope with. Again, as I did in the living room, I'm going to pass the nozzle backward and forward over this mess, and we'll see what a clean path it leaves. I've given the machine a rudimentary clean out. I've not gone to town on it. I've given it a rinse out so it's all ready to go, and I've topped it up with fresh water. Well, not a bad result, not terrific, but not bad. Most of the larger particles, as you can see, have been removed. It has left some flour. Try and tiptoe through this without getting it all over myself. There is some flour left, but if I go over that again, that will remove it, I'm sure. One thing it's done, which most vacuum cleaners I've tested on this sort of dirt, upright or cylinder, it has snow ploughed some of the dirt, which by slow ploughing I mean it has actually pushed the debris ahead of the nozzle instead of sucking it up. So if I show you, I'll just angle the camera down. There you go, you can see what I mean now. It's actually snow ploughed here, some of the debris. Like I say, it happens with most vacuum cleaners I've tested. Obviously we can easily get rid of that just by tilting the nozzle slightly as we go over it, and then it should remove all this. So I'll just clean up the rest of this mess, and then I'll show you how efficient and convenient it is to use on stairs. crouching at the bottom of my stairs, and in a typical UK home the average flight of stairs is about 12 or 13 steps. I'm just going to see how far we can reach up using the hose. Now this is a very big machine and heavy, especially when it's got water in, so it's not very good for stairs, but the hose is pretty long compared to many vacuum cleaners, so I'm just going to go up these stairs and see how far I can reach with the machine safely at the bottom. Well, as you can see, I've fitted the small upholstery / stair nozzle directly onto the handle. This is how I prefer to clean stairs. I don't like to add an extension tube, but of course you can add one of the extension tubes and put the nozzle on the end if you wish. I'm just going to see how far it gets up the stairs with this setup, with the nozzle attached directly to the handle. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm on the 8th stair now, and I can easily clean 8 stairs, and just about at a push I can clean 9 stairs with the Bissell safely at the bottom. Obviously, to complete the rest of the stairs I'm going to have to put the Bissell on the landing and then complete the job that way. Because the hose is so long, it's not such a difficult thing to do. Just make sure there's no chance of you pulling the machine down the stairs on top of you, because that's something you will not want to do, believe you me. I don't think I've ever done it, maybe when I was little. I remember having toy vacuum cleaners that ended up falling down the stairs and breaking, but as an adult I know not to do that. So it's okay for stairs, it'll get up 2/3 of the way, but the rest of the stairs you will have to clean with the machine at the top. When you're using the Bissell as a dry vacuum, you have this handy little caddy that fits neatly on board, and this holds all the small cleaning tools. When you're not using it as a dry vac, when you're using it as a carpet washer or a hard floor washer, you replace the caddy with this clean water tank that fits on there, but I'll be showing you that in my next video. So for dry use we have that caddy on board, and with this machine you get a crevice tool for doing your nooks and crannies, reaching up high. This also works in wet mode as well because it has a spray nozzle, so it's actually a spraying crevice tool, so it's dry and wet you can use that for. This nozzle is only meant for wet use. This is your stubborn stain brush or your small upholstery or stair nozzle. This is a nozzle I demonstrated on the stairs. This is your regular upholstery, stair, curtain nozzle. And then finally you get this quite nice soft dusting brush for doing your Venetian blinds, tops of your ceiling fans, your bookcases, that sort of thing. Well, that just about completes my dry pickup demonstration of the Bissell Hydroclean Complete. If you want to see further videos on this machine, just click in the links below and it'll take you to the other videos I've done, including carpet washing, floor washing and upholstery cleaning. If you've enjoyed this video, thanks for watching, please subscribe and you'll be updated every time I upload a new floor care video. And don't forget to check back on my back catalogue. There's 400 plus, maybe more by now, lots and lots of videos on various vacuum cleaners, carpet washers and other floor care appliances. So until the next video, it's goodbye from me and I'll see you soon.